Hey everybody, welcome. It's so nice to have you all here with us today and throughout the weekend. We have an amazing lineup of coach presenters and tennis action out here, and we're just thrilled that everybody took time out of their weekend to reinvest in themselves. It's going to be special. Your board here, your board of volunteers has really put a lot of time and effort into planning a thoughtful and productive weekend for you, and we just want to thank you all for taking time out of your lives to reinvest in yourselves in your career. We have an exciting lineup that's coming right out of the gates right here, and without further ado, I would love to introduce a dear friend and mentor of mine to introduce our first act, and I'd like to hand the mic over to Mike Jeanette.
Thank you, Scott. How y'all doing today? Good to see you guys. A lot of familiar faces, some new faces. Looking forward to getting to know everybody over the weekend. It's my pleasure to introduce Evan Parry right now. Evan has over 20 years of playing and teaching experience. A Southern California native, Evan and his family ended up moving to the Midwest where he played high school and college tennis. After college, Evan started as an assistant college coach at multiple schools and was a tennis pro at various clubs in the northeast part of Ohio. He is currently the director of tennis at iTennis Riverside, as well as the head men's tennis coach at Riverside City College. He is a USPTA elite professional, racket fit certified, holds a bachelor's degree and 2 master's degrees, and currently serves on the USPTA SoCal board as the first vice president. How's that for a resume? He has been married to the love of his life, Crystal, for almost 22 years. Their son Elliot is almost 16, and they have a pit bull named Tess. He loves playing guitar at his church, training jiu-jitsu, and is addicted to Starbucks. I'm proud to introduce you to my good friend Evan Parry, who will be speaking on creating a successful practice plan for groups and teams. Evan Parry.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Scott. It's good to be with you guys today, especially in this awesome weather. Riverside, it's usually about 95 right now, so we're loving life. Today, before I get started, I want to introduce some people that are helping me today. First off, we have our videographer's daughter, Lacey. Let's give it up for Lacey. We have my assistant coach, Matt, who's a soon-to-be USPTA certified professional right here. And I have 2 of my, well, they're like my kids, so I've been teaching them for about a decade now, and they're both in their senior year, going off to play college tennis in the fall. Ronis and Jacob. All right, you guys can get started with the dynamic warm-up. Okay, so as the title, it's pretty straightforward. I want to give you an opportunity today. Everyone get out their notes. I see we got some note takers, good. If you want to bring up the app, there's a note section in the app. Or if you just recall everything from memory, well, I'm jealous. So what I want to do is just encourage us all today. The first presentation of the weekend is get you guys learning and structure a lesson plan for you. Some of these things may just be repeat for you, but if you kind of just bear with me, whenever I'm in these presentations and my roles reversed, I don't know about you, but when someone's going through something sparks an interest, right? So what I'm doing is trying to give you an example of a structured lesson plan, whether you're working with an adult group, junior teen tennis. For myself, I used to coach high school tennis, high performance groups, and now with my college team. So this is going to reflect a lot of what I do with my college team, at least the overall structure. So as you can see what's happening now, because we're going to fast forward for the sake of time, these guys are doing the dynamic warm-up, which we normally would do, spend a little bit more time on. I like to emphasize resistance band, footwork, just activating their entire body so that we're not just sitting there like we've all done or seen. I'm guilty of this back in the day. Coach says, start the warm-up. All right, I'm good, coach. Okay, so that makes me angry. These guys know that. So today I'm not going to break anything because we're going to have a good time. All right. So the idea, we're going to fast forward with the dynamic warm-up as they're doing right now. We're going to get started soon. My philosophy is to go micro to macro. And a lot of our tournament players or adult league, you'll start a match and everyone's starting at the baseline. We want you to get warmed up before you even step on the court for any type of competition. So that's always the goal, is to get your players, doesn't matter what levels, get them ready to compete. Also, we want this, again, to translate, not just to competition, but we want everything to build on each other. Okay? So stage 1, which this is part of it, but we're going to show in a second, is the warm-up. I like to spend a lot of time in the warm-up. So right now, these guys just did an amazing dynamic warm-up and bands, and they're just feeling, just really ripped and yoked, and their feet are activated. So let's give them a round of applause for their amazing warm-up. The next stage, stage 1 in the warm-up, is I like to create an objective. So for you, whether you take my lesson plan today is verbatim, and you just try to work that with your groups or teams, or you create your other one, I like to have an objective and goals with that objective. So my objective today is effectively prepare players' movement, positioning, focus, and then initiate the beginning of the stroke production. So I don't even want them to hit a ball yet. As you can see, they're shadow stroking, but they're also demonstrating different types of footwork. So if I say, guys, show me some rally footwork, it's going to be more lateral movement and weight transfer forward. Okay, whether it's a 1-step pivot, 2-foot pivot, a lateral hop, or a closed pivot, which is probably the most common when we're going back and forth laterally in a cross-court setting. Crossover step is what I'm looking for here, so that we have adequate balance and adequate space between the feet. Now we move on to more defensive footwork. So this is diagonal reverse, and then coming back forward. So guys, we have a back foot hop. We got our power move, which mimics our return footwork when we're on the run. And we're making sure we're continuing to transfer weight. So you can see kind of demonstrating some of that movement. Then we get more offensive, and we have our front foot hop, which is going to essentially simulate what would be during an effective approach shot for footwork. And then we're also going to do for a low spin, we're here, we're trying to transfer everything forward, a front foot pivot, our transfer move, where we can be inside the baseline significantly and try to drive the ball to force an error. So that is essentially what we're going to do with our footwork. All right, so now, guys, we can start hitting the tennis ball. Let's give it up. Let's hit some tennis balls, right? All right, so what they're going to do now, again, our philosophy is micro to macro. So what we're going to do, we are not starting with short court. We're not even starting with volleys. We're starting with our movement and our touch. So they're going to demonstrate their lateral movement with their touch. So they're going to touch aside, move laterally, create space, and continue to activate their feet. And we can make this fun, okay? So everyone's seen the quote-unquote Djokovic warm-up where we're like this. I don't like to do that because I don't know about you guys. I don't hit the ball down. I like to hit the ball up. That's my dad joke for the day. Okay, so we're trying net clearance here. We're looking for touch too. So they're warming up their wrists. Everything's going. Okay, now we're going to make it a little bit harder. Now we're working on our forward and reverse movement, and this is essentially how you hit a drop shot. If they can actually, hit it over the net. We're going to go over the net today, Ronas. Okay, put some touch on it. And with my college team, I love to do this as a competition, as I said before. Translating everything to a competition. We want them to be comfortable competing. We don't just want to prepare tennis players to hit certain shots. Not bad, not bad. All right. So, Once we get to there, now we're going to move on to the volleys. And before we start the volleys, okay, what I like to do is just emphasize not just our footwork, that's obvious, okay, but hip, shoulder turn. And then what I like to do is whoever's feeding, they're going to say if they're going to go cross court more with their volleys or down the line. So they're not just here and here and here, okay? So the Jacob and Lacey, you guys are feeding. You're going to be doing cross court volleys only to the best of your ability. And then this side is going to be doing down the line. Anytime there's a mistake, they're just going to rotate and switch. That way they're focused on their turn and racket positioning. They can make it harder. They can start, like for instance, if I say Ronith and Jacob, you guys got to start at the service line and work your way in. You go line. Then they're going to move in, and then that way, if the ball's coming at them, they have to create space and get a good turn. Okay? Watch your feet there, Lacey and Jacob. All right. How you guys feeling? Feeling warm? Yeah. What? I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Nice and warm.
All right. Now, finally, okay, we are 10 minutes in. Now we're actually going to do short court. Okay? What I like to do with short court, though, and they're going to demonstrate, is we're going to alternate. Top spin, slice, top spin, slice, top spin, slice. If they hit it down the middle, run around, create space, just like Jacob's doing right now. Demonstrate the footwork that we just warmed up. Notice we haven't even got close to the baseline yet. Creating space in a small space, okay? If you take anything away from the warm-up stage, you can write that little nugget down that is so profound, I know. Just kidding. Once they start shaping the ball, sending it back, including me on that one, then they're going to gradually move the rally back to the baseline, guys, right? Rally back to the baseline, and now we're just looking to continue to demonstrate the footwork that they showed in the warm-up, but with more weight transfer, tracking the ball longer, and we're looking for depth, okay? We're not looking for speed right now. Net clearance, depth. I try to emphasize here, in terms of some of the technical side, not too technical, is I want more contact with the forehand at chest level, and I don't want the ball to drop below my waist too often on the backhand side. So we can see a rally footwork, 1 foot, 2 foot pivot, closed pivot, very common on the backhand side. It can be a little bit offensive, but not too much. The goal is for them not to wait for the ball to cross the baseline every single time. Get on one side, take it early like that. If someone hits a heavy ball, we're not going to back up. We're going to step to the side, start our racket higher, especially on the forehand. All right, now we're just going to pretend like they did rallying down the line with the best footwork possible in the world for 45 minutes. No, maybe not that long, but I make them do it a long time, okay? Because I want them sweating. I want them, when we get to the match and the point play, I want them dead tired in a practice. Now, you may have to modify that if you're working with people my age and tons of injuries, but with these guys, you can wear them out. I think these guys can go forever, right? Jacob and Ronith were here last night hitting, and I had to pull them off the court. I was like, dude, I need to go eat some dinner. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little cross-court rally. You have a new partner now. And the thing that I try to emphasize here is, let's say Lacey, pretend, let's shadow a stroke like you say you hit it wide, right? When she recovers, she's hitting a cross-court ball. So she's not going to stay there. She's also not going to go right in the middle. She's going to have her recovery on that side. Same for Jacob, okay? We can use the doubles alleys in this situation and continue, okay? So we're going to get a cross-court rally going, but we have some direction. It's not just hit and sit, okay? You can use that if you like to give a little motivation or light a fire under your student's butt. No, hit, and sit. Looking for depth. Holding that finish. You see it sometimes, like Jacob, he twisted there, so we need more shoulder rotation. He made the adjustment. Maybe because he was afraid I was going to yell at him. What are the odds? Well, we practiced that. No, I'm kidding. All right, so we did a cross-court rally, and just back up for a second. One thing that I like to do here is sometimes I'll say one up, one back. Someone gets their volley, someone gets their overhead, kind of like you're starting a match with your opponent. But what I like to do here is I'll go, all right, guys, we're going back down the line. Okay, and then once whoever hits the fifth ball, which is the person feeding, okay, they're going to hit a short ball, bring the person in. You're going to give your partner some volleys. Then you're going to lob them, get them an overhead, and then we're going to switch. Okay, so they're not just standing there. Overhead, overhead, okay? It's realistic, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bring them in. Okay, and then you're going in. You're going in. So they're just communicating with each other. Sometimes we have to give a reminder as coaches. Guys, you just told me you understood what I said. Now repeat it back to me, and now show me. Most of the time, I'll just stop and demonstrate it myself. Okay, they have a little fun with it, and then they rotate. So Lacey's getting some volleys, get her turn, firm wrist, and now she's gonna get a lob from Matt, it's perfect, gets her overhead, and now she starts to retreat and getting that reverse movement, like she's receiving a lob. So everything we're doing here has a purpose. I know that sounds cliche, but it has to. It has to have that purpose. Okay? Please don't hit me, Jacob. Very nice. Very nice. Nice. Best lob ever. All right. All right, let's give it up for these guys. They're working hard. Guys, real quick. As we know, teaching pros, safety first. Clear the balls, boys. There's not too many. Lacey's area is perfect. You guys need to, step up your game on safety. All right, now we're back at the baseline. Last part of the warm-up, stage 1. I like to make it fun, especially if there's a lull, okay? And so we're gonna say cross-court rally. You guys ready? Cross-court rally, and anytime, my assistant and I do this all the time. We'll just walk on the court. They're cross-court rallying, and we'll say, dingles. Oh, okay. Now they're playing dingles. Now they're playing doubles points together. Ready? Start your rally. Dingles. Let's go, guys. Now they're communicating with each other. Pressure at the net. Perfect shot, just like he planned, right? Okay. Okay, so now we'll do a few more. I want them, the reason why I do this is not just get them to the net, put everything together. Obviously, that's true. But I want them to have a mindset of like, man, I just had some fun points with my teammates, with my group, okay? And now when I go into the drilling session, which is stage 2, I'm not like, oh man, we got to drill, okay? So we want them to have this in mind. And like I said at the beginning, what we're doing now is going to build on the drilling section. I'm going to do one more dingles. Here we go. Feel free to cheer, guys, for your favorite side. Oh. Yeah. Let's give it up for them, guys. Okay. So now they've completed the warm-up stage. Well, sometimes. We'll say that was A-. Okay, so we're going to improve on that next time. So stage 2. What we're going to do now is you're going to be in a team singles format. Everyone understands team singles format? 2 are in, 2 are waiting. Okay, so they're going to demonstrate what we do a lot of times in this situation. For instance, if you're working with an adult league team, okay, you're doing their practice, or high school, college coach. We got multiple courts going on. Okay, I like to do this. Is we're going to do 2 cross, 1 line. Okay, so each player is going to hit the ball cross court twice. Start on the deuce side, doesn't matter. And then the person who feeds the ball is going to change direction and go down the line. And that's what we call 1 set, okay? So Ronith here, he likes to lift. Obviously you can tell he's pretty swole. And 1 set, and then we play the point out. Or I may say 2 sets. So that means 10 balls are hit. So they'll do 5 here, and 5 here. So the 11th ball, they play it out. So if you're looking, hey, we want to force the error quick, then we'll go 1 set. if we want them to extend it, or you feel like, you know what, like Coach Mike and I are both college coaches, you know what, they need more cardio today. We're going to go 3 sets today, okay? Then we still there. So, just shout it out. You guys want 1 set, 2 set, or 3 sets?
5.
5? 2? All right, so 2 sets. You guys got that? So 2 sets. Go. They're shaping the ball, making sure they get their weight transfer. Early preparation. He goes line. Now it's 6. Uh-oh. Feed the ball. We'll pretend like that didn't happen. He didn't execute the proper footwork. Line. Now they play it out. Whole court's open. Looks like some footwork that they practiced. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Oh, more than one person applause. Come on, that was a pretty good ball. I mean, kind of.
That was good.
All right, so the next 2 are in. They're going to start on the same side. And then when Jacob and Ronith are back in the next round, they're going to start on the ad side. Okay, so we're still using our recovery. That's all right. Here we go. Start over. 1, 2. There we go. Line. Here we go. Cross court. Nice. A little more depth. That's all right. You're there, Matt. Oh, that's all right. Here we go. We're going to go line after 1 cross court. 1 more cross court. There we go. And line. Play it out. Good shape. He's being defensive minded, trying to set up that ball. And he did it. All right. Well done for my assistant coach, Matt. All right. Well done. Well done. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. You're too kind. Okay. We're going to do 1 more here. Doing 2 sets again, guys. Good, play it out. Nice depth, got around it. He's going big, he's going bigger. Oh, very nice. All right, give it up for him. All right, so just for the 1 drill, sometimes I'll have 2 or 3 drills if I want to stop. Let's say they're not getting this 2 cross 1 line down. I'll grab the cart. I'll just station there, just feed them, so that they have to create all the pace for themselves. And then I'll say, all right, resume the drill. Okay. So they just completed stage 2, the drill stage, and the goals again for this. We're trying to continue to activate their footwork, get them in the proper positioning, improve their directional control. That's why we go line. One thing I like to do here is that they're really just getting everything. They're really doing well in the drill. Is the down the line ball is now a drop shot. Okay, so now we're just adding a little bit to it, making it a little more realistic and challenging them. And then ultimately, I preach just force and error. The winners will come to force the error. Okay. And then these guys are going to start serving, warming up their serves. So now we're in stage 3, point play. Not just point play, but we're going to actually play out some games. So what I like to do is start, we're going to continue the team singles format. But what I like to do, and you can do this with doubles as well. Let's say you have 8 people on 1 court. Okay, everything was booked. You still got to train your adult league team for their match tomorrow. We'll have 4 and 4, 2 people on each side waiting. In this case, it's 2 versus 2. And what we're going to do is play out a game. So, Jacob, you guys are going to serve first. They're going to serve 2 points each, no matter what, if they lose the first or the second. And then the next person coming in is going to continue the game until hopefully they win, whether the score is love 30, 30 love, or 15-all. Okay? I don't personally like to do, unless it's like a tie break, I don't like to do, all right guys, let's do this serves and returns with first 1 to 10. Okay? Because they're just going to remember the points that they won. Right? So let's do it in somewhat of a realistic format. But also, I don't, Lacey had a really good question when we were warming up. It's like, oh, so if I lose the first point, am I just out? I'm like, no. Because then you're not really learning anything, you're not getting warmed up, you're not in a rhythm. No, you get a second chance to get the score even before you rotate out. Okay? So they're gonna go play out a game this side, play out a game this side, and all 4 people get to serve, at least twice. I'd like to do this where it's like, the first to win 4 games, we tend to do all no ad to just get it going, and then we're gonna do a move up, move down type format. Like I said before, if you have multiple courts, and let's say you got 12 in your group on 3 courts, let's do it in doubles. Okay, let's do a doubles format. Okay? Guys, ready? Yeah. All right, so Jacob's gonna serve first, love all. He's gonna play 2 points out no matter what. If you wanna rotate people out, you're just like, oh, you know what? I wanna see him serve against Matt. That's fine. In this situation, they're gonna play each other for 2 points. And then Lacey and Matt are gonna play each other for 2 points. We're gonna see who wins the game. All right, here we go. Big second serve coming, I can feel it. I psyched you out.
Hers, coach.
I know.
Good coaching.
I wore them out last night. All right, so he gets a redemption opportunity here on his favorite side. Oh no! Perfect positioning. Great defense by Ronith. Give it up. All right, everyone, what's the score?
1-0.
No.
2-0. Oh, yeah.
No.
0-2.
Love 30. Yes.
I'll keep scoring the game.
Yeah.
Oh my God, keep going.
I think that was an ace, right? That's all right. That's all right. You got a redemption. Here we go. Let's shape that ball. Shape that ball. You're good. You're good. Nice defense. You're there. You're there. You're there. Oh, I was hoping for a tweener, Lacey. That's okay. That's okay. All right. So these guys broke them. Now they're serving. Okay. Now we got the attention on this side. Guys, feel free to call footballs. I encourage it. Uh-oh. He was squatting too much at the hotel fitness center last night. The hat, yeah.
No!
Can I get a ruling? Did he touch the net? We good? We're good? Okay.
No, I didn't.
You didn't. Congratulations. All right. Redemption time. Let's break him on this point, Jacob. Come on. Return footwork.
15 low. No.
Got a good kick. Got a good kick. Well done, Ronith. Well done. All right. Score?
30 low.
All right, here we go. Now, sometimes I might be like, you know what? We need to put pressure on them, okay? So I may just whisper in their ear something, and I may say, and Matt knows what I'm doing here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Good, just wide. All right, here we go. Redemption time, Lacey. Here we go. Rip it right at his feet. That's all right. That's all right. It was a good serve. You're good. All right. Score?
Game.
All right, game. Okay, we're going to do one more. I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to say you guys were footballing the whole time, so it's 1-1. All right. Let's cheer it up for them, okay? This side, you're cheering for these guys.